the amount of capability overhang in current AI systems is hard to overstate, even in areas like vision and image creation. If AI development stopped today, and no indication that this is happening, we have a couple of decades to integrate it into work and life. This concept of a capability overhang, I think, is going to be super, super important in 2026, because we have at our disposal these incredibly intelligent models. We have GPT 5.2 from OpenAI, we have Claude Opus 4.5, Grok 4.2, and Gemini 3. These models are all extremely good. Every time a new model comes out, people are like, oh, ChatGPT is dead, like Claude is the new king, and then Grok brings out something new and we're like, I'm never using Claude again, I'm cancelling my subscription. This happens every month or so. There's always a new thing and people overreact and say this is the best thing ever. What we're forgetting is they are all really good models and they are getting better. What isn't keeping pace is our usage. We are still generally using these artificial intelligences for the same tasks, the same projects, the same ideas as we were a year or two ago. But these models are getting much, much better. This is something called a capability overhang. Andrej Karpathy, one of the co-founders of OpenAI, had a bit of a crisis the other day publicly on Twitter, which I thought was fascinating, which shows the capability overhang and the fear of falling behind with artificial intelligence and not knowing all it can do. So I just want to read this out because I think the context is important moving into 2026. So Andrej Karpathy, very smart guy, he says, I've never felt this much behind as a programmer. The profession is being dramatically refactored as the bits contributed by the programmer and are increasingly sparse and between the AI is taking over large chunks of it. He's talking about programming, but you can apply this to most work. I could be 10 times more powerful if I just properly string together what has become available over the last year or so, and a failure to claim that boost feels like a skill issue. There's so much new capability and I could move faster, but I need to string these together. How do I use MCPs, skills, and agents? How do I bring all of this together to 10x myself? This incredibly smart guy, one of the guys who helped build ChatGPT, and he is suffering a crisis of confidence. Oh my God, I feel like I'm falling behind. That tells us a lot. There's a new programmable layer of abstraction to master, involving agents, subagents, prompts, context, memory, modes, permissions, tools, plugins, skills, hooks, MCP, LSP, /commands, workflows, IDE integration, and a need to build an all-encompassing mental model for strengths and pitfalls of fundamentally stochastic, random, fallible, unintelligible, and changing entities suddenly intermingled with what used to be good old-fashioned engineering. Poor Andrej. This was the day after Christmas. You can feel the panic. Clearly some powerful alien tool was handed around, except it comes with no manual, and everyone has to figure out how to hold it and operate it while the resulting magnitude 9 earthquake is rocking the profession. Roll up your sleeves and do not fall behind. He is speaking about programming, software engineering, coding. This is a guy who helped build ChatGPT. He knows what he's doing. He's a very smart guy. And even he is, as you can read from this block of text, is having a crisis of confidence. Like, oh my God, what is this? How do I use it all? What am I missing? So if you feel this on a daily basis with artificial intelligence, if you feel like you are falling behind, don't worry. One of the smartest guys working in this field is feeling that as well. What we're having right now is this capability of the overhang. The tools, intelligence, and models we have are incredibly powerful, and they're more powerful and more useful than we as humans are able to come up with use cases for. So he says here, some powerful alien tool was handed around, it's been given out to all of us, and we're still trying to work out how to use it. That is the capability overhang. And this is not just in programming, this is in everything. Absolutely every single field is being hit with this right now. So I think this is a huge opportunity in 2026. This is something that if you can personally deal with this chaos, if you can deal with the pace of change, and you can work out how to use it in your profession, whether it's programming, engineering, medic, social worker, or teacher, if you can work it out in your field, you can help other people work this out as well. And if you can do that, you're going to do very well. A great example of this is Sankalp. He read this crisis of confidence from Andrej Karpathy, and he's like, it is confusing. So he put together a guide, which I'll put in the newsletter. The newsletter's free. If you go to AI with Kyle, you can sign up, and I'll put this guide in. He basically wrote this a day after Andrej Karpathy had the crisis of confidence, giving a rundown of how to use Claude Code and agents. This has been seen nearly 1 million times, and he has become a hero inside of the coding community because he stepped up and he said, I'm going to help you carve your way through this confusion by putting together this guide. He probably used AI to help with this, putting this guide together. But this is specifically as a response to Andrej Karpathy, which is fascinating. I am also working on a non-programming version of this. So me and Claude have already started to work on this because there's a huge opportunity to help people with this crisis of confidence and capability overhang.